In this video, I will show you how to do this simple mesh on path animation using two modifiers. We need two things, a mesh object and a curve, but for the motion I used, I find it easier to do that with a mesh circle first, then convert it to curve. So let us add one. Make it as smooth as possible. We need that much vertices to control the end of the animation, and we will see why later, and that won't add much load since it will work as a path. After that, in edit mode, make two copies from the original circle. The motion will go from one to another. We can now select half of the last two and delete them as shown. Then we need to snap those parts together from the start to the end on each one. Enable the snap tool on vertices to easily connect the path together. Back to the original circle, and before connecting the semi one to it, split the mid-vertex to keep the flow open, since now it's a close motion inside, and that won't help once you make it into a curve. To split this vertex, select it, then hit V on your keyboard. You can find the same command in the vertex menu up top. To connect the path, we need to weld the start and end on each piece. To do that, select the vertices and hit M. Choose Merge by Distance. A note at the bottom will tell you how many vertices are removed. And do that again between the two semicircles to remove any extra vertices and join the shapes. We can now bring this end to its place. I will also move the shape center to world's origin, then hit Ctrl A to apply all transformation. For the mesh, I will use the default cube. Fix its origin so it matched the shape center, then scale it to fit. We do need some cuts on it to make it bend along the path, so add some. Now, to wrap all this together, select the shape and convert it to curve. Then add to the cube a curve modifier. In it, assign the curve object as a path. You do also need to select the right deformation axis. For that, just hold Ctrl and scroll with your mouse over the axis area to see which one fits. In my case, it's the -y, so I will go with it. Now if I move the cube on the y-axis, it should follow the curve path. Once you see any error like this, just check the curve point to see if anything moved or overlapped, then fix it. To complete the circle at the end, we can use the simple Deform modifier on Stretch and make sure you place it before the Curve modifier. The stretch axis will be the same y-axis we're moving along. I will also turn off the other two axes from the Restriction tab, then increase the factor to complete the shape. Closing those two sides on each other can be a bit tricky, and that's why we gave the original circle many vertices to keep this area as small as possible. We can also add another simple Deform modifier. This time we will keep it on twist. The axis will be Y as before, and make the twist 180 degree. I can edit the shape by scaling it down, then fix the stretch value to complete it again. What remains now is simple key animation. 2 keyframes for the location on the Y movement, 2 keyframes for the stretch factor, and another 2 for the twist. 100 frames or even less can give you a nice animation, and with simple 3 lights, we can get something like this. You can do many things from here. Change the end path from circle to top direction, maybe make a tower rising from the ground, or mix it with another built animation at the end. All that is up to you. And that's it. Like the video if you're still around, and see you guys in the next video. Stay sharp. Goodbye.